Hello, so we're back with the second match in the last 16. This is S.Tough against S.Hood. Players are just getting ready to lag. First to four again. And the winner of this will just play Dan Davey, who, as you saw, just beat Frankie 4-0. We're in Riley's and Reading for the league singles. So, just waiting for the players to start. So, Matt, we're just waiting for the match to start. Steve is with me here. Just a quick thought on your prospects in this match, Steve.
Lacking confidence, to say the least.
Why is that? Because you're playing Tuffy or you're playing rubbish yourself?
Well, he's a big name, isn't he? Big name. I'm just a small fish.
You're a big fish, really. And what's Simon actually doing? Do we know?
I think he's just playing a few mind games here, just delaying the amount of time it takes him to get to the table, just so I can ponder a little bit further.
I see.
He's
Involved in a game of doubles over there, is he? Okay, well, we better get him to the table. Anyway, good luck, Steve, and play well, mate. So, Steve Hood wins the lag. For those of you unfamiliar with these two players, they're both based in Reading. S.Tough is currently playing for the Prince of Wales on a Wednesday. And Steve Hood is playing for a Tilehurst club on a Wednesday, who are currently top of the league, and Prince of Wales Starfish team are second in the league. My team, Red Line, is third. And we're off. He's potted a yellow, but obviously in black ball rules it's still open, so he's quite entitled to take reds if he wants to. I'd imagine he'll probably stay with yellows. Maybe try the plant first, the red onto the yellow first. He just wanted a little nick on those two stuck together, but he missed it. But I think he goes past the black. Or does the one... He's just going to split those two. Well, slightly negative, but we'll soon see. Because I think that a player like Simon might actually decide to go for this. If he can drop this one in the middle, obviously he'd have to plant down the rails on the top right in a bit. But you could definitely drop this in the middle, mop up the 3 balls down here, then play the plant. Let's see how it goes. He's just looking at it. It's a little bit tight, but from my commentary position, it flies in. So, just be bringing this back a bit, and then the plant down the rails will be next. And as I say, a player like Simon probably clear these up. And when you play the plant here, the white will be coming out nicely, about 6 inches from the side cushion to play the one in the top left. There we go, played that well. So here we go, just be rolling this one in. So this looks okay. You can just play this half ball on the left and bring the white down towards the blue spot. A little bit far, but it goes in either corner. Just a tester though in the first frame. It was a tiny bit too far. But it goes in this bottom left here. Flies past this yellow. And if he doesn't fancy that, it obviously goes in the bottom right, which is what he's playing. So, and there we go. So that's 1-0. So here we go. Second frame, Simon to break. Yellow's dropped in. Pretty good split. Wouldn't be surprised if he actually takes reds here. My red line captain AJ, Andy Johnson's just playing behind me on the other table, and he's actually 3-0 up on Luke Johnson in a last 16 match. So AJ's playing quite well. And apparently he's just on the black to make it 4-0. And AJ plums the black in for a 4-0 win. So a great win for Andy Johnson there, knocking out Luke Johnson 4-0 in cold blood. So Simon going about his work quite nicely again. We'll soon see whether he can just bring this back an inch or so. Just forgot to pot it. Won't be happy with that, and now S.Hood's got a chance. So Steve needs to get going now. Just knock this long pot in. He's moved the other one. That's a great shot. Very nice shot. And now he'd be wanting to bring this white back an inch or two so that he has the yellow to the centre. The two at the far end look like a plant to me later on. He's actually going to drop this in now because he seems to be on it. But he's made a complete mess of it. Don't know if that's nerves or it's quite cold in here. It's a little bit cold and don't think he's warmed up yet, but you could tell it was a poor shot because he didn't push the white through. He was going to take the plant next down the far end. And he didn't push the white through. Obviously, if he'd got the pot, the white would have come off thinner. It would have been a thinner angle and he would have been on the plant. So he's messed that up completely. And I'm afraid, as with Frankie, you can't give... As with Frankie giving chances to Dan Davey, you can't really give chances to Simon Tough. Too many anyway. And we expect him to be punished now. And Man City have just taken the lead. I've been informed. We'll just give you a scorer. And it's Milner. He scored a couple of goals late, Milner, despite being the slowest player in the league. Oh, actually, no, I'll take that back. Gareth Barry is obviously the slowest player in the league. In fact, Gareth Barry is one of the few players who's quicker walking than running. And Milner's not far behind him, to be fair, but Man City back in business. Now, this is slightly awkward here because he's queuing over. You'd be tempted to play this cushion first. So white goes into the cushion, hits the red, and it should go across for the black. But he's made a complete mess of that, and he's left the white in the drawers. How he didn't play that cushion first, I don't know. Or perhaps he was, and the queuing over put him off. But this is now a tough double. but strokes it in, gets out of jail, and 2-0. We'll be back for the third frame in a minute. So third frame, and my county captain, S.Hood, has got to get his arse in gear very quickly. Well, he's found a pot. Now then, how are these shaping up? Well, the reds look fantastic. And the yellows aren't far behind, but the reds look extremely tempting. And he really needs to make this 2-1. National finals at Selsey in 3-4 weeks' time. We're all going down there for that. Should be a good crack. Lots of beer and banter. And hopefully some decent pool. S.Hood, you're watching here, is captain of the County B side, of which I'm a member. And last year we got to the semi-finals, played some good stuff. Drunk lots of beer. And this year we'll be doing the same. And again, just not quite right. And he's given S.Tough a chance to clear up. So be dropping this in the middle and then playing the one to the top right. And bringing the one to the top right, bring the white back a couple of inches, and the yellow goes in the left centre. And he should clear up. So probably just top this through, bounce the white off the cushion to roughly where the yellow is now. Maybe a tiny bit further. And then play the one to the far right. Top right as we look. Bring the white back a couple of inches for the yellow in the left middle. Not as straight as he would have wanted, to be honest. But the yellow closest to the middle of the table, towards the black, actually goes in the top. Well, that's loose. But it all started when he didn't get straight on that. He needed to be just straight on that. And he left himself the angle, and then you're trying to do stuff with the white, and you sacrifice the pot. And now, to be honest, S.Hood can play this one in the middle and gobble these up. And he's looking at that and he's thinking, what the have I done here? He could have been on anything, and he's made a complete mess of it. And now you'd have to come off the back cushion. I mean, things are so desperate at 2-0. You'd be thinking of bringing the white off this back cushion and trying to pot the one in the middle. Because somehow you've got to get back into this. I just can't see any other options but to come off this top cushion. You may need a little bit of right-hand side. He's having a look at it now. Nip past the black, tiny bit of right-hand side, pot the red in the middle, and you should be left on both the other two. To be fair, I think it's worth the risk, because even if you manage to get some kind of safety shot, I mean, he can clip off the left edge of the one at the top and leave the white on the top cushion. That's the only other option. But, you know, he's looking at that now. Just clip off it and play safe. Well, I don't know. He's tried a crazy double, and it's in. Unfortunately, it doesn't rain, but it pours, and he's snookered himself. Well, at least he's hit it. But half a chance for Simon. Ooh, got away with that. He's at the post. Nearly went straight in. So he's going to drop the yellow in the left middle, and then hopefully take the far one. Okay, so you just got to be a little bit careful with this. Just make sure you don't rattle it, because the white's coming back, and obviously if you rattle it, you're going to leave him 2 reds over the hole. So just make sure the pot here. Sorry about that, we just lost the connection for a bit, but we're back now, and unfortunately Simon's rattled it, and this is a real chance for S.Tough now. He must make sure now. So this is looking pretty good for S.Tough to pull one back here. Just drop this in. Oh, I'm really surprised about that. Really, really surprised about that. He could have dropped that in and had the black. Nice pot though. And that's 2-1 to Simon. We'll be back for the 4th frame in a minute. So here we go, fourth frame. Sorry if we lost you for a bit there. I think the broadband went off. Simon's 2-1 up, and he's just dropped in a red. Question is, does he want to be reds? Can see him very easily taking yellows instead here. Potting the yellow into the green pocket. And yeah, I think I'd much rather be yellows here, despite the fact the red's gone in. Man City just gone 3-1 up. Just get you a scorer. And it's Aguero with his second goal, and it was a penalty. So Aguero's got 2, Milner's got 1. Man City 3-1 up. Closing the gap on Chelsea, because Chelsea are actually 0-0 at the moment. And my team, Southampton, making a bollocks of it against West Ham. West Ham have been down to 10 men for a long time, had the goalkeeper sent off. And Southampton still can't score. Hopefully Sam Allardyce won't be on there later moaning, as he always does. So here's the key shot. You can see Simon lining up the plant here. If he gets the plant, he'll nudge the other yellow out, and it'll be happy days. And he's got it, but we're just looking at the right corner. Don't think it goes. It's very tight. He's having a look now. So we just drop this in the middle, and he can hold the white by kissing the red. And this looks like a great chance now. And the reds are pretty dodgy as well. So the shot here is to screw back across the face of this yellow. He's looking at running into the yellow, but he probably screw back across it, and we'll see. Just got to be a tiny bit careful here, because if you drop it in, you've got to avoid the red. And of course, if you just stun it in so that you just create that angle to come across to the left for the black, then you've got to be dead accurate on the pot. But that's got to be the shot. You've got to stun this in the middle. And he's just played it, he's just punched it in enough. It's a thin cut now. And funnily enough, I've seen the white on these shots go across the table twice and in the other middle. But obviously he's going to play it with a bit of side. And these tables at Riley's are dead slow. And that's 3-1. We'll be back for the fifth frame in a minute. Simon needs one more. So Steve, yellows look nice, and obviously needs to win every frame now, Steve. But these yellows look quite nice for him. So Simon trying to finish this match off, trying to make it 4-1. Latest football scores we have for you are Chelsea 0, Everton 0, Man United 2, Burnley 1, Southampton 0, West Ham 0, Stoke 1, Man City 4, Crystal Palace 0, Newcastle 1, and West Brom 1, Swansea 0 at the moment. Hope I didn't just spoil match of the day for you.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll give it this one.
There we go, Simon's missed another one. Now, has he got away with this? He hasn't, because the ball over the pocket goes. So great chance here for Stevie. Drop this ball in over the pocket, and you'll be left on either the one to the middle by the black, or the one to the right corner would be the ideal one, but you need a lot of control for that. Hopefully the table's flat. I'm right behind this, so we'll have a look. He's took the roll out of it, so this just drops in the middle now, and this is good. Dead weight into the middle, bottom right corner, mop up the other two. Cool, that just turned a little bit. He was looking at it. He was lucky that went in because that started turning. So now, just drop this through. There we go, it's perfect angle. It's played that well. Now just make sure of the pot, just drop it in. The white is automatically on the black. And there we go, 3-2, we've got a game on. We'll be back with the next frame in a minute. So Simon breaks off, pots a couple of balls, one of each colour, and it's a little bit 50-50 again, really. You've got the red on the bottom cushion, but you've got the yellow on the top cushion, so just see what he decides to do here. He only needs one more frame. Steve needs to win both of the remaining frames. So here we go. He's going for gold. He's going to try and finish off the match now and set up an intriguing quarter-final with Dan Davey, which we'll be covering after this. It's all about the red just above the black. Sorry, the yellow just above the black. It's all about that yellow, the one between the black and the red. It goes to the right centre, but you just need to be on it nice. If you can clear the one to the left of the black into the right corner, then the other one goes to the left corner, so it's not the greatest shot in the world. It's got a pot of distance. Is he going to decide to screw into these? Or is he just going to drop it in and try and have the yellow to the left middle? So the key shot to the night. It's not too bad. He can roll this in the middle. The white will be kissing the black. And it's all about the kiss. Whether he can just kiss it gently enough to be on the yellow to the middle. Soon find out. Well, surprised about that. He took it to the top and he's made a right mess of it. And here's Hoodie's chance to go 3-3. This is a great chance now. Mop up these two at the top and then the other four are just gagging to be potted. Just got to be careful with this one. The good news with this is if he drops it in, not too hard, he's got the one to the top right. So there we go. Now, one good shot. Just make sure the pot here. See, a lot of players miss these on the thick side because they're frightened of going too thin. He's played that beautifully. Just roll it in the green pocket. You have, mate. So here we go, 3-3. An exciting final frame. Steve has got the break. He's managed to find a pot. He wants to be yellows here. It's quite 50-50 to be honest, but you'd think he was going to roll the yellow in, but we'll see. Final frame. Final frame. He's taken yellows. Manchester United have just gone 3-1 up. So Hoodie looking to come back from the dead. He was 3-1 down and he's looking to go. And Chelsea have scored. Mourinho's going crazy. Chelsea scoring a late winner. Nice pot by Steve there. He's on yellows. And this is a real chance now. Not the easiest finish in the world, but they'd be going for it. It's all about this ball at the top on the cushion here. So here we go. Just drop this in. 2 on the cushion. Just drop them both in and the black goes in the middle. Exciting finish to this game. It's 3-all. He's potted it, so black. Black to win the match. Tension is unbelievable. And he's dropped it in and he's through. Great win. And great match. Can you just click the scoreboard, Steve? Sorry. Very unlucky by Stevie. Good comeback and a good match. And we'll be back for the decider, which is Simon Tough v Dan Davey.